America comes under attack. 3 hijacked commercial airliners are slammed into famous U.S. buildings, one into the Pentagon, and 2 planes hit the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York. A short time later, those 110-story buildings crumbled, one, then the other. And within the last hour, a 3rd nearby building, World Trade Center, building number 7, also collapsed. I'm Baron James. Thanks for joining us on this day of infamy, horrific acts of terrorism today on United States soil.
And we stand together to win the war against terrorism.
They're using our own satellites against us. The clock is ticking. Where are they heading? They should be entering our atmosphere within the next 25 minutes. Take a step.
To win the war against terrorism. 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 To win the war against terrorism.
We created a race of robots. They're using our own satellites against us.
To win the war against terrorism.
The clock is ticking.
To win the war against terrorism.
Where are they heading?
To win the war against terrorism.
They should be entering our atmosphere within the next 25 minutes.
To win the war against terrorism.
Take a step.
And we stand together to win the war against terrorism. To win the war against terrorism.
they are. They look a little nervous. I need all flight crews report to their designated areas immediately. Major. Sir. Good morning. Good morning. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind.
And we stand together to win the war against terrorism.
Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interests. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution.
And we stand together to win the war against terrorism.
But from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
And we stand together to win the war against terrorism. And we stand together to win the war against terrorism. 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 To win the war against terrorism.